Hi, welcome to Ocean Time. I'm Pippa and today I'm talking all about my ship life. I miss it. Ship life. Bit of my ship life. So I'm going to talk to you about the good things and the not so good things about working on board a cruise ship and tell you some stories. This is the side that you might not have thought about or people haven't told you about working on board a cruise ship. Boat drill. You have to do a crew boat drill every week. For safety, it's very important. If there's an emergency, everyone needs to know how to be in that emergency and to get off the ship if need be. So, very important. Not only do you do a crew boat drill, but probably you'll be also doing the passenger boat drill. So depending on your cruise length is how many boat drills you'll do. So I was 3 and 4 days out of Miami or LA, and so I would do 3 boat drills a week. Yay! If you want to eat, you will eat in the mess. Depending if you are crew, staff or officers, they all have their individual messes. But I hear these days they've combined the officers and staff mess, so they are as one. However, they are set times, so if you are hungry out of those set times, too bad, too sad, you miss out. Unless you have contraband in your cabin, which is food, which you're not allowed to have, but they do provide a fridge for you in your cabin. But remember, you're not allowed to have food in your cabin. Oh, the dilemmas. Speaking of cabins, you will have cabin inspections. Yes, that's fun, isn't it? It's just like your parents coming in and checking out what you got. These are random, they're at any time, and they'll do cabin inspections. They also do random drug testing on board cruise ships. So you will be woken up at any time of the morning and escorted down to the medical facility to do a urine test. Some things that I absolutely missed on board the cruise ships: a huge bed. Look at it! Nothing like this on the ships. Being on land at night is huge. When you're out at sea for a 6-month contract and every night you're in the ocean, which is beautiful, but it is amazing, even now, being years off ships, when I go outside at night going, oh my God, I can't believe I'm on land at night time. It's just beautiful. And food from home is always a comfort. That's what you miss. Tim Tams, wet wagon wheels, mint slices. And also what's really cool working on the cruise ship is when you get snail mail. It's really cool to get old-fashioned mail because you don't get much of it. So when you do, it's cool. Especially care packages from home, and even you can get care packages from previous passengers that just want to say thanks. So that would be really cool. Alrighty, the things that I loved about the ship life is the traveling. I would pack my bags a good 2 weeks out before I'd go back to my contract. I just loved the traveling. And the beauty is that you get paid to travel. So when I worked for the cruise lines, I went to Egypt, I went to Kenya to safari, Egypt with the pyramids. There's no way on earth I would have flown over to go and see those places, but I would love to have seen them, and the ship life gave me that opportunity to see the pyramids without flying there and spending all that money, and I actually was getting paid for doing it and seeing those places. So it's amazing. Same with Europe and Russia and America and the Caribbean and Canada. It's just amazing that you get paid to do that, and you wake up in an amazing different country, you know, every day. It's so cool. And the people that work on board a cruise ship are up for anything. They're yes people, they're about adventure and life, and they love it, and they're just really amazing, great people. If you on land can hire someone who worked on board cruise ships, they just get the job done. They're awesome. I would hire, if I needed to, I would hire anyone from the ships at any time, because I know what they would be like. Even though you might miss getting mail, one thing you don't get on cruise ships are bills. You don't get any bills on cruise ships. Another great thing about working on cruise ships is there's no cooking or cleaning. When I was little, my mum asked me to pack the dishwasher, and I was like, oh, or do the dishes, and I was like, when I grow up, I'm never going to have to do this. And she just laughed at me and was like, yeah, you'll see. And I went and worked on cruise ships for 8 years, and I didn't clean up, wash up, didn't cook. It's a really amazing lifestyle. It is something from out of this world. It's definitely a different lifestyle, definitely. Having a relationship on board a cruise ship, they say it's sort of like 2 to 1. So if you've been with someone for a year on board a cruise ship, it's like 2 years on land. The thing is, and I met my husband on board a cruise ship, I can't believe he doesn't use this more often, but he flew halfway around the world to join me on my ship, and we lived in a little sort of 4x6. I don't want to say it was a cell, it was a cabin, but we lived on the ships for 4 years, 4.5 years, and you're really going to get to know someone. You can't get away from them, like they're just there. And actually the last 6 months I had my wedding dress hung up in my cabin. He couldn't see it, but it was there, so that was funny. But you really, if you can stay together on board a cruise ship, then you'll stay together for life. It's just funny how that works out. These are just some of the interesting, fun things about ship life that I love and that I don't miss. Some things I don't miss, like boat drill and necessarily work, but the things that I do miss are the travelling, the destinations, the people, and we haven't ruled it out that once our kids grow up and leave home that we're not going to go back out and work on the cruise ships, because the lifestyle's just that good. Alrighty, thanks for being on board, and see you later.